Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today I really have been itching to do a challenge. So I decided I am going to do, losing my voice there for a second. I'm going to do a spinner wheel challenge of how many hours to read in a day. I'm a little nervous that this is going to give me like 6 hours every day. I did have up to 8 hours on here and I was like, that is just not feasible. So I did it from 1 to 6. And I do kind of want bigger hours, maybe 3 or 4. But I'm going to do this challenge differently than kind of like everybody else. So everybody else, if like, let's say it has 3 hours, I read like 4 hours. They keep that 1 hour. So like if they have a day that has 5 hours, only read 4. Well, I've read that other hour already on another day. Like they're saving that hour. I don't want to do that. What I would like to do is, let's say today I have 5 hours and I only read 4 hours. Tomorrow, if I only roll a 3, I need to tack on that other hour. Like I want to finish the hours I'm given, but I'm not going to save hours that I've read past what I want to read for other days. I don't want to do that. Let's go. Focus, focus, focus. 4 hours. Okay, not bad. That is not bad. I can do that because this book is 3.5 hours left of it. I can get that done. I'm getting really excited because I'm thinking Until We Meet Again is pretty short. So maybe I can get that one in next just to kind of finish it off. The time, we'll see. Okay, so I did finish Assault to Protect and I still have 42 minutes and 54 seconds on my timer for today. And I do want to continue on reading. And I think I'm going to do the one by Bailey Thomas. It's called Until We Meet Again. So I think I'm going to do that one because it's probably one of the shorter ones. It's 260 pages. I thought it would be less. The other one I think was 180. The first one, I don't know, but I am going to probably start this one at some point. But I do need to do dishes and laundry. Again, I've been kind of giving myself like read for an hour because my timer just stays on my screen when I'm reading. And I go like at an hour, I just kind of pause it. I kind of get up, do a few things for about 20 minutes. And then I sit back down, read for an hour, get back up, do things for another 20 minutes. And that has been working so well. I've been getting a lot of laundry done, a lot of dishes done. I've been getting a lot of cleaning done because I'm breaking it up because I know how I am. If I just clean like the whole house and just don't stop, I will burn myself out to where the rest of the week I won't want to clean. So if I do it in spurts like this, it works out in my favor. So I'm really happy with doing this timer method because I'm seeing it at the bottom. I'm like, okay, I'm going to give myself that hour. I need to do this more often because obviously it's working because I finally finished this book. By the way, I think I'm going to give it like a 3.75. I don't know. I liked it. I love Nether. Lynn kind of annoyed me a little bit towards the end. It was getting really repetitive, like how he was thinking, how she was thinking, like things that were happening. It was just becoming a little repetitive. The last time I talked to you, something did happen and it was pretty intense. And I was like, finally, something is like actually like happening. And it was pretty bad, but they came out the other side. I loved it. I really liked the epilogue. The epilogue, in all honesty, I skimmed through it because I already read this whole book and it is like 500 or some almost 600 pages. It's long. So now I'm going to go update my reading journal for this book. Okay, so I did read for my 4 hours today, and I read up to page 49. I'm 18% of the way through this book. Um, they're very quick reads. I really like, her name is Paige. She's the FMC, and her friend Hannah is getting married and wants her to have a plus one at the wedding. So they're trying to find her a plus one. That's what the whole premise is. She went on a blind date with a guy named Reed, but he was boring her. But she met a guy named Michael. I don't know if she's like gonna like take Reed only because like Hannah knows Reed to the wedding, or if she's gonna decide to be with Michael. I don't know what's gonna happen, but that's all I know. But I do want to, because I'm gonna spin already for tomorrow. So in the morning, I already know how many hours I need to read for tomorrow. But also, I'm gonna continue reading today, and I just need to like put on there like a stopwatch. So when I go to sleep, I'll turn it off, and that's how many more like minutes or hours that I've read. But I need to spin for tomorrow, so I already know like in the morning, because sometimes in the morning I do like to read right when I wake up. Then I'll already have like it going. So let's spin together. 4 hours again. Let's respin. That's two days, 4 hours in a row. That's not fun. Let's try it again. 2 hours. Okay. So that will get done really easily tomorrow. So I'm gonna go continue reading. It's not even 5 o'clock. So it's now Tuesday. I haven't read anything, and that is because I did read for only 16 more minutes last night. I really thought after I did my update that I would be able to read a lot more, but right after I got off, I started, making dinner, started cleaning, and then by the time I looked down, I went, "Oh my god, it is like 8:30." So went to bed. Only read for another 16 minutes. I did get to page like 65 in Until We Meet Again by Bailey Thomas. And I noticed I started skimming it really bad, especially when she's explaining herself buying baking soda in a grocery store. Like, like talking about the brand and like how it has to be a specific brand and all this stuff, and like how she has to walk all the way to the back of the store to get the milk. I didn't care. I just don't understand why she's explaining things like those types of things more than other like some of the things she's explaining. It just doesn't make any sense. I just don't understand. So I was about to pick it up, and I just flat out said no, I'm not doing it. I don't want to read this book. I don't care about her. I don't care about the characters. I don't care about anybody in these series. So I'm actually going to DNF this book. I'm going to DNF the whole series, so that'll be a series off. I'm so glad I'll be done with this series. Like, I am just not enjoying myself. So I'm going to start Lord and Crimson by Mary Dublin and Anne Kensley. This is the supernatural series I've been reading. This book just came out a few days ago. Well, by the time you're watching this, it's like a month. But I just, I really want to read this. It's so good. I just want to know how these two characters are supposed to have a relationship. One is a fairy, like Tinkerbell sized, and the other person's a man. I understand how they made it work the last time in the last book, but I'm curious with this one if things are going to be a little bit different. It is very funny. Like the last one, it opened with them fighting with a vampire in a blockbuster. That is so supernatural coded. I mean, you can't get any more supernatural than that. So I am hoping that I really like this one too, because I really want these books in my possession, and they're beautiful books. So I'm going to go sit down and read, and then we'll see how long, because I only have 2 hours for today, but I know I can read more than that. So we'll see what I get up to. Okay, so I finished my 2 hours, and I read up to page 129. I think it started on like 15, I think. So I'm 32% of the way through. I'm on chapter 9. There's 30 chapters. And what's going on is really interesting. They're trying to like infiltrate this gala to pretty much free monsters or whatever. Because, well, I think they're trying to kill monsters. Like there's like harpies and stuff that are in here and like sirens, and they don't want those out. But like there's fairies that have been taken, and so they want to get like free them. So that's what they're kind of doing. The things that they're figuring out along the way. Oh my God, gut wrenching. But I really do like this. So now I'm gonna read the rest of the day, but like with just like a stopwatch to see how much longer I read. But I do want to spin for my time for tomorrow already. So then I'm prepared for tomorrow. It's only 12:30. So I've already read my 2 hours. We're good. But I do want to still read today. So, and I made sure that I don't know what this means. Okay. Um, I wanted to make sure I got them done, and now I got to do some stuff. And then after that, then I'll just keep on reading. But let's spin this wheel. It would land on 6. So tomorrow, 6 hours. Okay. I don't think I have a busy day tomorrow. I think I should be okay with doing 6 hours. Okay, I just finished Lord and the Crimson, and it was really good. I really liked the last chapter and then the added cliff chapter. I did really like them. It is very much supernatural coded. I love these books. I need them in my possession. I am obsessed. And it's going to be a while for the fourth one. I mean, the way it ended, there's no way there's not going to be another one. But yeah, it was so good. So good. The action in it, all the other creatures that got involved, and the love story between John and Sylvia. And I'm really curious about Cliff. I don't know, but it's kind of feeling like it's gonna turn into like a trios type of situation with the way Cliff is acting towards Sylvia. I don't know if he's like he's just attached to her and like she's family, or if he's like starting to have feelings. I don't know. I'm very, very curious. But yeah, I still have about 30 minutes left. So I'm going to start Flashpoint. But right now, I'm going to update my journal. I'm trying really hard to stay up to date on my journal so I don't have to do a bunch of books at one time. So I'm going to update that and then I'll continue reading. And right now, I have bread in the oven. I do need to make more bread, but I don't want to do that right at this moment. I really want to edit my journal and at least I can start the bread and then I want to read. So let's do it. I did finish Flashpoint by Annie Carlisle, and I'm gonna give it like a 3.5. It's like technically a prequel to a series. Um, Short, like 100. Let me see, 155 pages. Short, quick. I still have 3 hours and 55 minutes on my timer. So yeah, but anyways, so this book, it's about a firefighter and a arson investigator. So her dad kind of did this similarly, and he passed away, and she is the youngest female arson investigator in her county, and she's on site, and the fire department shows up for some reason, and she starts bickering with one of the guys named Gentry. Riley. No, it's Riley is the arson investigator. And then there's Gentry, the guy. For some reason, can't think of his first name right now, but they kind of kept saying like Pritchard, because that's her last name, and Gentry. They kept saying that quite a bit. Oh, Aiden. Aiden is his name. Anyways, he's quirky. He's funny. She's straight laced, like has a bun, rule follower, and he is kind of more funny and goofy and, go with the flow. And she doesn't like that he's like all over online, like doesn't take anything seriously. And he's realizing, like, because she's kind of on his ass, and she like starts to fall. He catches her, and somebody gets a picture, and they're saying a workplace romance is going on, all this stuff. So they start fake dating. So it's just them like fake dating. She's trying to catch an arsonist, and he starts to help and all this stuff. It was so cute with him helping her get out of her shell. And like you get the inner monologue of them understanding one another. And I thought that was beautiful. So 3.5, only because it is a novella. It's not like a full length novel, but I am interested to continue on in the series. So I am going to do that. So I need to fix that on my series tracker. But also, I am going to start Bound to a Siren by Athena Rose. This one I'm a little nervous about because I liked the first one, Married to a Pirate, but I wasn't in love with it and I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue. So this one is going to help me pretty much solidify I'm going to continue on in the series or if I'm not. So mind you, I have 3 hours, 55 minutes left of my timer. So let's get started. It's Thursday, and of course, I did not finish my reading yesterday. I still have 3 hours. Yesterday, I had a very hard time paying attention, mainly because I did DNF, Bound to a Siren by Athena Rose. I think it was like 14% of the way through, and I didn't care about a single character. And the bad thing is that when I was trying to get through to chapter 1, because I don't look at trigger warnings, I don't look at like the tropes, I don't look at any of that because I personally don't really have triggers. I know other people do, and I understand. But the thing is that I don't like is that they're all labeled. What I would prefer is if it had trigger warnings, it had a QR code. So if you had triggers, you can scan the QR code and see the list of triggers. When they're all written out, if you're trying to get through, you catch some of the triggers, even if you're not trying to. And I caught onto one, and I was like, that just pretty much tells me everything that's gonna happen in this book. So it kind of just spoiled a lot of it. And I understand that's a big trigger for people. It's just not a trigger for me. So it kind of ruined the story. And also, I'm not a big fan of that writing style, the way she writes. And I didn't care about the plot, really. I didn't care about any of the characters. It was pretty dire in that 14%. And I was just like, I know he's not going to die, but like, I really wouldn't care if he did. Like, that's when I knew I need to not read it. So I'm going to start the Syndicate, claimed by the Syndicate heirs. It is a Omega-verse mafia, I think, type of situation. I don't know. But I think it's like all 3 books in one, or it's just one big book. I'm not quite sure. It's like 600 pages. So I'm going to do my 3 hours and 13 minutes now. And then when I'm done with that is when I will spin and see how long I need to read extra for today because I haven't spun for today. Okay, so I've been reading for an hour. And so I still have 2 hours and 10 minutes. I've gotten to chapter 5, page 62. And I do have to say, I am bored. I really thought I would like this one because, mind you, it's an Omega verse and it's like a Y2 situation. So it's her with multiple men. The way it opened up was very interesting. So Alara, she has like a photographic memory and she's an Omega and she's serving like champagne, like drinks at like a gala type of situation for like this mafia type of situation, and there's 3 like mafia leaders and they all kind of like go at each other, but like they all go to this gala and then they will go their own way. Well, this guy comes in with a bunch of people and just starts killing people, and she can see it all. It's photographed in her mind. She can tell you what guns they used, who killed who, where people were standing, like what was going on the whole time. And that was really interesting. I did really like that. And I like that we are kind of delving into like how that is and like her remembering things, but I feel like it's almost like too descriptive outside of that. Because I could tell you, the three guys, they formed a pact saying that they're going to help each other because they don't know who's like killing them. They kind of know now, um, but they want her, and they're going to say that she's their Omega in public to keep her safe for one, and so they can get as much information out of her as possible, and then they'll help let her go. And so they're all like in their own like apartment type situation, like it's all like safe. It's safe. I don't know a single thing about these guys. I'm not attached to any of these men. I only like Alara. But we're not only getting her point of view, which that's another thing I don't like, that I don't know whose point of view I'm in until I'm like reading a little bit. Like Throne of Glass, you kind of immediately knew. This one, you kind of have to read just a little bit in order to understand whose point of view you're in. But I'm a little bored because I'm not invested in any of these guys. There's Alessio. Oh God, what are the other two guys' names? I have no idea. I can't even remember their names because I don't care about them at all. I only care about her. So I'm gonna try and keep reading. I need to get up. I need to get up. I'm feeling the urge. I've been feeling the urge like right when I started chapter 4, and like a few pages in, I was like, I need to get up and I need to move around. So I think I'm gonna just pick up the house because I can hear my wash machine is still on and the dishwasher is still on. So I'm at least gonna pick up everything, and then we'll see if I'm gonna continue reading, maybe just read a chapter because the chapters are quite long. I'm on chapter 5 and I'm on page 62. They are longer. So maybe I'll read a chapter, and if I feel like I need to get up again, I'll stop and get up again. Like, I don't think I'll just make myself sit. That's what I was trying to do to get to 2 hours. I mean, I'm only 10 minutes shy, but I, I mean, it says this chapter should take me 27 minutes to read. I have 12 hours of this book to read, and I'm bored. So I think I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna clean up, read this chapter, and then I don't know if I'm gonna want to continue. I don't know. I'm really feeling like I want to DNF it because I don't know anything about these guys, but I know. I mean, sooner or later we'll get to know them. But I'm like, do I care enough? I don't know. I don't know. I'm literally talking myself out of DNFing it, but like I I want to like it. There's not a lot of Omega verses that I don't like, and this is, I think, turning into one that I'm not liking. Uh, I'm literally talking myself into DNFing it right now, like really bad. Mm, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I wanted something like fast. This isn't fast. Uh, and I only care about Alara, and even then, I really don't really care about like what's going on. Um, I think I'm gonna give it at least one more chapter, and then I'll decide what I'm gonna do. But I need to move, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. Okay, so it's been like 45 minutes, and I'm literally walking around my house trying to find things to clean because I don't want to read. And I don't want this book to put me in a slump. And like I just don't want to read it. So I'm actually going to DNF it. This is literally the third book I'm DNFing in this video. And I don't think it's necessarily, I don't think it's me. I think it's, I'm, I'm not a big fan of this writing style. I've never read from her before. So it was me giving it a try. So we get a DNF it at 62 pages. I don't want to read it. So I was really trying to think, okay, what can I read right now that like I want to read? And then I was really thinking like maybe I can read something where I only have like one book left of the series, make myself like get caught up in it, because also the series I'm thinking of, I don't know if there's going to be another one. She just came out with this one, but I don't know if this is the last one or if she's going to continue. I think she's going to continue because I think the situation, I don't think it's going to get resolved in this one, but I'm going to do Alien Champion by Ursa Dax. It's the next book I need to read, I'm pretty sure. And it's the last one that I need to read so then I can get caught up. I'm thinking that's more of what I need to be doing right now is trying to catch up in series. Because also at this moment, I'm still trying to fix my TBR jar because I realized there were a lot of books in my TBR jar that I don't want to read. So I started going through them and I have gotten rid of so many books. So I threw away all my papers, threw them all out because I also found really pretty, like colored, like cardstock paper in my cabinet. I didn't even know it was there. So I was like, you know what? I want to make them pretty instead of just plain white. So I started going through letter by letter because I have it all written down. And I've been going through and I've been removing lots of books. A lot. Like I'm assuming almost half is gone. And I had over 960 some books, but now I'm thinking I don't think I even have 600. I've removed a lot, but I'm also still adding because I go from free booksy every day. I get an email of free books and I just look through them real quick. Maybe I'll add one, maybe I'll add two. It's actually pretty rare. Yesterday I didn't add any, so I am still adding books into my TBR jar, but I'm not like 10 books at a time. So I'm trying to go through. I only have like 4 letters left. But like this morning, I did 2 full letters pretty much. And I just have those few. And I'm like, I don't want to do that right now. But like, I almost started doing it only because I don't want to read this book. So I'm going to start Alien Champion by Ursa Dax. I'm pretty sure that's my next one that I need to be reading. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm really going to focus on it, whatever series I'm really close to finishing. I'm going to try to just finish them, like catch up. Okay, so I just finished my 3 hours and 13 minutes from yesterday. It's already almost 2:30. I it's been a day. I was finding any reason not to read, but I did start. It's Alien Hope is the next one because the next one is Alien Champion. So I did start Alien Hope, and I'm not gonna go over right now what it is because I'm almost 50% of the way through, and I am loving this. Like I am having a really hard time putting it down, but I need to spin my wheel for how many hours I'm supposed to read today. So I'm gonna spin it, and I'm gonna continue reading. Okay, I can do 2 hours. That perfect. So I'm gonna go onto my timer and put in 2 hours, and we're gonna get them done. Okay, so today is Friday. I did finish my 2 hours and I did continue on reading because I only had like 50 pages left of Alien Storm. Before I talk about the book, I do want to spin my wheel and figure out how many hours I'm supposed to read today. Hopefully, it's not a lot. My husband took the day off so we could get stuff done at home for my daughter's birthday. So we have stuff like take to the dump and stuff. So hopefully, not many hours, but we're gonna spin and we're going to hope for a low number. If it's not a low number, kind of screwed. But let's try it. Oh, 5. Maybe I can get that done today. I don't know. We're going to try. But I did finish Alien Hope by Ursa Dax, which is the 14th book of the series. I started and finished it yesterday, and I knew when I was reading it, this was what I needed to be reading. I'm giving it a 4.25, and I was so confused how this was going to work. So, the main girl, Abby, she is part of the women that came from Earth, that they tried to go on this planet and for the government and all this stuff. And she's trying to figure out, like, because she's a scientist, figure out because there's the bitter sea guys, the pretty much the crocodile guys, the water guys. They have this mating fluid that when they bite their mates, it like loosens up their body and it makes everything more pleasurable, and they're bigger, so it helps open them up and all this stuff. So she's trying to get that mating fluid, trying to surgically, like scientifically change it to where when the women start to have the alien babies, because they're going to be bigger, to be able to open up their pelvises and everything and just make delivery easier. Like that's what she's trying to do. So there's Coca, and he is told to go to the ship to supply mating fluid. And so he goes, but they're also like, hey, how are you going to give mating fluid when if you're not turned on, you have venom, not mating fluid? So he immediately sees her and he is just infatuated. Like he loves the smell of her and everything, and he just gives so much mating fluid that he can't get it to stop. And he has to get up, go to the sink, and it's just pouring everywhere. Like he can't get it to stop. And she is fascinated by him. And she figures out the next day he has to go to another area. And so she has to go with him. She is like, I have to get out of here because I am freaking pregnant. Mind you, this is in the synopsis. She is pregnant. She has asked a Gon, like a leader in another book, if a male were to come here, what would happen? And they're like, he'll die. She has a boy. She's pregnant with a boy, and she is so scared that they're going to kill her baby, so she has to run away. And she goes with Coca. And she explains to him, like, I can't be here. And she just starts crying, and he is like, what's going on? So she's like, I am stressed. I am distressed. I have to get out of here. I cannot be here anymore. So he takes her. But she never explains why. She doesn't explain why. When he finds out why, that man, well, that alien, should I say, oh my God, he has a special place in my heart. Like, I'm going to cry. It was beautiful. It was so amazing. I absolutely loved this book. Everything that happened, it happened how it should have. And then all of a sudden, the gods, there's two like gods, they're now fighting on the planet. And it's something else. So I feel like I just need to stay with the series right now, because that one I gave a 4.25. I loved it. It was beautiful. I think because of her becoming a mother and like it's not his child, it was just it was beautiful. So I'm gonna keep going on. I only have 2 more books of the series, so it's Alien Champion and Alien Scars. This Alien Champion is actually shorter than Alien Hope, so maybe I can get that done today. And if anything, start Alien Scars today too, especially since I just spent 5 hours. I did only read like an extra 44 minutes yesterday to finish off the book. I literally just finished it and went straight to bed. But yeah, that was so good. Oh, it was so good. But now I have 5 hours to read today. Let's see if I can do it. Hello. So it's Monday. I have not done any check-ins, and there is a reason why, but I'm going to go over the entire week first, and then I will tell you what happened this weekend. So I do have my little notes here, because if I don't, I'm not going to remember. So on Monday, I spun for 4 hours and I read Assault to Protect, and I gave it 3.75 stars. I did really like that one. It was very spicy. Loved it. So that was 171 pages. And then I did read Until We Meet Again. And I read 58 pages of that. I did end up DNFing that the next day, but mind you, I did read for another like 16 minutes out of the 4 hours. So Tuesday, that was the day I decided to DNF Until We Meet Again. And I read the entirety of, well, no, not in the entirety. I pretty much read the entire Lord in the Crimson by Mary Dublin and Anne Kensley. It's like supernatural theme. So you got like Sam and Dean, but that's not like their names, but it is so good. I spun for 2 hours, but I read for an extra 4 hours and 13 minutes. And then on Wednesday, I spun for 6 hours and I still had 3 hours and 16 minutes remaining. I just could not get it done on Wednesday, which is fine. But I finished Lord in the Crimson and I gave it 4 stars. There was no spice in this one. There's a little bit of spice in the other 2, but there was no spice in this one, which I kind of appreciated with the storyline, with the plot. Really liked it. And then I read the entirety of Flashpoint by Mary Carlisle. And I think it's Annie Carlisle. That was so good. The more I think about it, the more I feel like I need to give it more than a 3.5. But then again, it's only a novella. It's kind of setting up the series. That one was really good. I did really like it. I liked how it was like a fireman romance, but you're more following her because she's an investigator, an arson investigator. So I really like that. Gave it 3.5 stars. And then I started in DNF, Bound to a Siren, but the series by Athena Rose. I didn't give two shits about any character in there. So then Thursday, I started and I DNF'd. Something the Syndicate airs, I didn't care about it at all. So I randomly read 53 pages of that, DNF'd it. And then I started and finished Alien Hope by Ursa Dax, which is the 14th book of the series. And that one was really good. I really, really liked that one. And so that day I spun for 2 hours, but I read for an extra 44 minutes and 50 seconds. And then Friday, I spun for 5 hours. This is where everything went downhill. I read Alien Champion. I started it. I only read 31 pages. I still had over 4 hours of reading. And it's because my husband was home and we were trying to get things done. We're trying to get a bunch of things done before my daughter's birthday party in a few weeks. So he took the day off. And so I was really helping him get things done. Because then Saturday, I didn't even get to spin because I only read for 68 pages. I think I only read about an hour that day. And then Sunday, yesterday, again, didn't spin because we were so busy. We were building the pergola, staining the pergola for hours. So by the end of the day, I read 110 pages more and I still had 36 minutes left. Well, this morning I was looking at it. I only had like 16 pages left and it said I would be done in like 20 minutes. So I just finished it this morning and I think I'm going to give it like a 3.75. I didn't like this one more than Alien Hope, but it was still very good and I did really enjoy myself reading it. But I feel like, I did pretty good like in the beginning of the week with my reading. It was towards the end of the week only because we got so busy trying to get things done that reading just didn't really happen, which is fine. I really wanted to read, but I just couldn't get it done. But yeah, I feel like I did pretty good. And I haven't done a challenge in a while. So I'm pretty glad with this one. Yeah, so that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you like, comment, subscribe down below. And I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.